Right about now, you're about to be possessed by the sounds.
2-6 shit. Yeah, I know what it is. You little suckers get to talking, grabbing and walking, strapped to the pong of their jaws and smacking they sleep with the golfers. And they getting greedy like saying, give me all.
Let's go ahead and bring in the Monroe Madman himself. That, of course, is Greg Andrews. Greg, what's up, man?
What's happening, Willie? You ready for Sunday?
Yeah, I guess. I think the real question is, well, let's see. There's no 49er fans on here, and Teshia will be.
God.
Well, Leslie got her hand raised, and that's not right. We're gonna call her out for her lies. She is a Patriots fan, but we'll get to that in just a second. Teshia, by the way, will be joining us here in a few minutes. She had to run a couple of errands, and it's only right that the star of the show, one of the stars of the show, her team, of course, is in the stupid Super Bowl, and she has been very, very nauseating for the past couple of weeks. And you know what? It wouldn't bother me, Greg, if she didn't show up at all.
Well, as long as she leaves Taylor Swift out of it, we're in good shape.
I see you and already started because Taylor Swift is going to come in. Taylor Swift is going to come into this conversation, I'm sure, at some point. And if I know this gentleman right here, who is one of the stars of this show, Brian Roberts, he will not allow that. Brian, what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm not allowing that at all. Nope. No,
I know Brian's not a Swiftie
here. We're not having it.
No Swiftie talk right now.
I'd like to say though that along with Leslie, there, definitely 49ers fan this weekend. So.
Oh, this week. That's the caveat.
Yeah, that's what that means. No, yeah, this week.
This week. Okay, I can take that. I hate both of these teams, as all y'all well know, but of course the 49ers is the team that I secretly root for. And speaking of said Patriot fan, now turned 49er fan, there she is in the building in all her splendor. Leslie, what's happening?
Oh yeah, no, just this week, just Niners fan this week.
Just this week.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess I can roll with that. And then we have this young lady. I'm telling you right now, she is such a joy to have on the show again. And even though she's a Browns fan, we're not going to hold that against her because really none of us have a leg to stand on. But it's always good to talk to Sapphire. Sapphire, what's happening?
Oh my gosh, he's building me up to tear me down. And I'm going to add my name to the list of 1 week San Francisco 49ers fan. I am so over Travis and all that garbage from off the field. I just want to see them put down.
Well, I started.
I love this lady already.
I started to put on my Kansas City Chiefs hat, y'all, just to try to, I don't know, jinx them a little bit. But then again, with the way my luck has been either betting on or against them, they subject to go out there and cover the spread. And then let's go ahead and bring her in. My sissy from another Missy. I can't tell y'all how proud of this young lady I am. Let's pray that she's able to get to Vegas sooner than later. I'm going to go ahead and bring her in right now. Her name is, and she's a Cowboys fan, y'all, Ruth Kakias. Ruth the Truth. What's happening, sissy?
Wow, Willie, you actually pronounced my name correctly. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for having me on. Hello, everybody. Ready to get some NFL talk. It's the last week of the NFL, which is depressing, but this might be unpopular for most Cowboys fans, but I actually am pulling for the Niners this weekend. And I know that's very rare for coming from a Cowboys fan, but I'm an NFL football fan overall, and I appreciate the storyline of the 49ers, and I'm a Brock Purdy fan, so we'll get to that soon.
Brock Purdy, the most disrespected Super Bowl quarterback in the history of organized activities. Oh yeah. See, and the hate has already started up there in the upper right hand corner of the screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. As we await Teshia, and again, it wouldn't hurt me if she didn't come on because she's been tough to deal with since the Buffalo win. Actually, not even the Baltimore win, the Buffalo win. All right, so we're gonna get to the festivities right about now. If I can figure out how to work my computer, it'd be all good. Before we actually get to the Super Bowl talk, let's just run through these coaching carousel moves. I'm gonna name them off. Atlanta, I almost said the Atlanta Hawks. They probably wish they had a new coach too. The Atlanta Falcons, they get Raheem Morris. Ruth is very familiar or somewhat familiar with Raheem being down there in Tampa. Seattle, the Seahawks get Mike McDonald, the defensive coordinator from the Baltimore Ravens. The New England Patriots, Gerard Mayo is the head guy there. Washington Commanders, they go inside the division and they pluck off Dan Quinn from Ruth's Dallas Cowboys. And then you have the Los Angeles Chargers that have secured the rights to Jim Harbaugh. Who's got it better than him? Well, we'll find out. The Carolina Panthers, they get Dave Canales from the Tampa Bay Bucks, the offensive coordinator. And then, of course, the Raiders. The Raiders have named Antonio Pierce as the head guy. It's almost like they had to do it. And I am ecstatic on our hire. Let's start with, you know what? She's here. Well, wait a minute. She was here. She left. She came and she went. I guess she heard us say that we didn't want her on the show this week. But let's go ahead and start with you, Ruth, regarding these carousels or the carousel that has now been completed. Which one of these hires is going to be the most significant going into 2024?
Out of all these coaching hires, I'm definitely going to go with the New England Patriots and Gerard Mayo. He was drafted by the New England Patriots in 2008 as a linebacker, 10th overall. Gets hired as an assistant coach in 2019, and has just really established himself in that locker room. Everybody's saying how all the players are bought in, and he's really well respected. And I mean, I feel like he has the biggest shoes to fill coming in after Bill Belichick. And they're they went to the playoffs. They didn't go to the playoffs 3 out of the last 4 years. So there's a big turnaround needed in New England, and Robert Kraft isn't getting any younger. So there's a lot to be done in New England. So I would say that Mayo is probably the coach that I'm probably going to have my eye on the most. With Dan Quinn in that situation, I really couldn't care less. After that performance against the Green Bay Packers, I was like, see ya. When it came to Dan Quinn, I was kind of over it. So yeah, my eyes are on New England, and but I mean, there's a lot going on with coaches right now. So I think it's pretty
Leslie
exciting.
How many times the Patriots have been to the playoffs since Tom Brady left. Go ahead and
once.
Answer. No, I want her to answer.
How many times has the New England Patriots been to the playoffs since the departure of Tom Brady? Yeah.
No, you can talk.
And it was like a 47-17 loss to the Bills.
That was horrible. I don't want to talk about that.
Oh, okay. Well,
but I want to know how, coming from a Patriots fan, like, how do you feel about Bill leaving? Did you expect it? Was it a surprise?
Oh my!
And to get a young whippersnapper at 37 years old in Mayo.
God, don't even
we
go down that.
We don't got the time. Okay.
We ain't got the time for that. We tried. Let's just put it this way, Ruth. We tried to tell her. Okay, that's it. Yeah, we did. Don't even shake your head like that, Brian. Which one of these coaching?
We all know it's crap that they got rid of him in the first place. And
4-13 though.
Brian, which one of these new coaching carousel landing spots will have the most impact for 2024?
I mean, I think one of the obvious selections is Harbaugh. He's got the experience, coming back in. He went to the Super Bowl when he was there, with the Niners. So, I mean, against his brother. I mean, he's been there before. The Chargers have the offense, I feel like, to do it. So, I feel like he's got the biggest one. Now, I will say there are a couple that I've got my eyes on. Canellis is going to be an interesting one because, he was, credited with, the resurgence.
Baker Mayfield.
Oh, well, yeah, the resurgence of Geno Smith, his career, and Baker Mayfield. So he has both of them really that he's responsible for. So he's coming into a situation with the the number 1 draft pick. So I mean that's going to be good for Bryce Young. And then the other one really is Mike Macdonald. A lot of people probably don't know much about him. I'm sure you do since you're a Michigan fan, but he's literally the Seahawks went from the oldest coach in the NFL to the youngest coach in the NFL. So it's kind of interesting that happened the way it did. But he got Michigan to a top 10 defense nationally. Won them a national championship there, and so, no, he didn't. He went to the playoffs that year when he was there, but he only had 1 year as a coordinator in the NFL, and then they gave him a head coaching job. So that one's going to be interesting to keep an eye on.
Sapphire.
Yeah. So let me just say this. I'm torn between 3, to be honest with you. I'm going to pick up where that young man just left off. Mike Macdonald isn't well known, but if you look at the tree that he comes from, like 2 stints with Baltimore, I think it was, like he's right there. I think he is definitely in my top 3 because of that, the connection to Harbaugh. And then I'm also going to say Brian Callahan, who's going to be the benefactor of having his father down there with him. And, if you recall what his dad did with our O-line here in Cleveland, that is like serious ass on the job training, right? And then lastly, again, my top 3, because I can't decide what order in this moment, I'm feeling Raheem Morris, right? I'm really feeling him. First of all, he's a Virgo. Ding, 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 ding. And I mean, if you just look at his history, the emphasis on defense in various positions as a coordinator. And as I recall, the ATL, they did pretty good with point production last year. I think they averaged about 24 points. So tweaking that defense a little bit, he's in my top 3. So that's my answer.
Guess Willie didn't like that.
I told you he built me up to tear me down. So stay tuned.
No. It's all good. I only had an issue with, the Virgo stuff. I don't,
Listen,
I'm
sorry,
not
y'all. We are the organizers of the plan. The universe. Okay. We get bleep done together. It's all about process and flow. Thank you.
Well, I'm not an astronomer, so I don't really get into that stuff. Greg, what you got, man? Out of these hires, which one's going to have the most impact?
Well, I mean, the sexy pick is Jim Harbaugh. I mean, he's been there and done that, but he's just running from. Anyway, I don't get me started about my feelings on Jim Harbaugh and his is the train wreck that he left at Michigan. But anyway, I'm probably going to go with Dan Quinn. To be honest with you, last time we saw Dan Quinn in a head job, he didn't do so well in the Super Bowl, right? So
No.
we'll see what happens with that. That's going to be my pick. I mean, he had the offense was doing pretty well for the Cowboys, right? And then
they weren't.
He has to go to greener pastures. So we'll see.
No pun intended. All right, Leslie, get in here, please. And
you know who I'm going to pick. I mean, it's got to be Sherrod Mayo. I mean, I'm a Pats fan, so I got to see what he does. But Mike Macdonald's also one I definitely want to keep my eye on, interested to see what he does there.
You know what? I can appreciate
Oldest
that.
Youngest is definitely something to look at there.
I can appreciate that, but I'm going to let the sound bite that's coming up do the talking for me.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Oh, I'm ready to suit up right now, boy. I'm ready to suit up like I was in Pop Warner all over again. I'm ready to suit up. Let's go. The most.
Willie, did you get that quote from like an 8-track player or something, or what? I mean, that's how old that is. Lord have mercy.
It was Al Davis, so it might have come off of an 8-track. I did my best to clean it up, but hey, you know what? Nothing's perfect. All right, let's get into the Super Bowl because it is here. All right, real quick. Over under. I got two of them. Over under. Let's start at the top right or top left. Greg, over under the amount of times that they will pan to Taylor Swift after every big play for the Chiefs.
My God.
Pizzo. Come on, Willie.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I mean, you had to go there. Jeez.
I got the I got the number
way
set.
too damn many. I'm thinking
I got the number set
30 or 40 top.
80 and a half.
Did anybody notice how I think it might have been Sports Center or The Score or somebody was trying to pretty much say like Taylor Swift has not been on the camera as much as everybody's been led to believe, and they had like a breakdown of how many times they showed her and how many seconds throughout the whole program she was shown, and it was like less and less every game. But it's like we understand that it might have only been 30 seconds of the game, but those are 30 seconds we'll never get back. And time is money.
Amen to that.
Wait.
Wait, hold on, because I have something to say about this. So go ahead, Willie.
I
don't even like her.
I didn't want to spend that much time on this. I just wanted to get a quick over. That's why I said quick over under.
You shouldn't have brought Taylor Swift in.
Taylor Swift. I mean, good God.
Whatever for the clicks, right?
Shouldn't have brought it up.
Go ahead, Leslie.
They spent more time on Jason Kelsey than they did on Taylor Swift.
Mm.
Okay,
he was more entertaining than Taylor Swift, though.
Absolutely.
Let's be honest.
I got a real over under for y'all then. How about this? The amount of times that Willie will say, I hate them in this show. I got the bar set at 10 and a half.
Oh, it's over all day long.
I'll take the under. You have too much love in your heart.
Nope, not for the Chiefs.
No.
Oh, definitely over.
She had just made me sit up in my chair. G's up. Never mind. Okay, 10 and a half. That's what I said. All y'all say over. You know what? I like proving people wrong. So just let me go ahead and get it out there. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Let's move on. Okay. All right. How do we get here? San Francisco's track.
That's 4.
They
keeping count.
San Francisco's trek. They get here. They go 13-4. They get the first round bye, number 1 seed in the NFC. They dispatch the Green Bay Packers after being down in the fourth quarter to win that game in the divisional round. We saw what happened with the Lions. They went down. The Lions were up on them, set by 14.
Mm-hmm.
And here she is in all her loveliness. There she is.
Hello. I don't even know.
Hello.
Am I working?
Hi.
How is everybody? Sorry I'm late. Had to make
We're
an
excited to
entrance.
have
You
you
know how
on.
it is. Thanks.
Well, you missed
Anyway.
you missed something real quick. It was the over under on the amount of times that they will pan to Taylor Swift at 80 and a half. And then the amount
Exactly
of
a
times
million.
that will be over 80 and a half. And then the amount of times that Willie's gonna say I hate them in this show, we set the bar at 10 and a half. Everybody took the over on that. I had to say that. That doesn't count, Leslie.
It does.
You said it. You said it. Counts.
Start abbreviating it.
We're only 20 minutes in.
You're halfway home, Willie.
That's why this is a show Sho Nuff Divided. San Francisco again. We saw what the we saw what the Lions did to them there in the first half. It was a tale of two halves, really. So San Francisco gets to the NFC title game for the second straight year, and they beat the Lions in what many people felt Dan Campbell's was shaving points and maybe even working quietly for the other side. Kansas City's trek, unlike anything that we've seen in the Patrick Mahomes era, after winning the AFC South for the 8th straight year, they actually have to play a divisional round game. A wild card game in which they destroyed the Miami Dolphins on a frozen tundra-like field in Kansas City. They then ship off to Buffalo and simply just show Buffalo who's boss. Then they go to Baltimore, and for some unknown reason, the offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens decides to drop Lamar Jackson back 80 times or 80% of the plays and Kansas City goes in and they win an ugly game in Baltimore. So here we are. The scene is set, and here we go. So let's talk about the confidence meter. I am going to name some players and coaches. Or coaches for that matter. You have to tell me, how much confidence do you have on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most confident? Bryan, Mike Shanahan's play calling, should they have a lead going into the fourth quarter, how confident are you in Coach Shanahan that he will do the right thing?
8.
Interesting. Cape Cod Girly, same question.
I'm gonna say 7.
7.
Hedge my bets.
Sapphire,
5.
Ruth the Truth,
I'll give it a 6.5.
Greg,
I'm gonna go 5. I don't have faith in him.
Copy that.
yeah. Y'all don't mind if I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. The star, Teshia.
Yeah, I kind of agree with the collective decision. I'm somewhere between like 7, 5, 5, and 7, somewhere in there.
5, 6, and 7. That equals 18. Divide that by 3, you get a 6.6. So
Get your calculator out.
So that'd be a 7 for Teshia. I think he's learned from his mistakes. I'll put it at about a 7 myself. All right, next one. Confidence meter. Brock Purdy. Bryan, how confident are you on a scale of 1 to 10 that Brock Purdy will not have any turnovers in this game?
0.
Wow. Greg?
Oh, God. It's absolutely 0. Absolutely.
Ruth?
Confidence that he will not have any turnovers?
Yes.
Oh, it's not going to be a pretty game at all. So I would say 0 for sure. At least 2
Oh, I
turnovers.
see what you did there.
Yeah, I see what you did there too.
Yeah.
Sapphire?
I'm going to give Brock 2. I'm going to give him 2 because I think Shanahan is much smarter now. And I'm going to say, even though I rode with the number 5 with Shanahan, again, his pedigree, I think he gets it. I think this is going to be a more, it's not going to be a KC dominant game. So I'm going to give Brock a 2.
Cape Cod Girly.
I'm gonna say 3.
Teshia C.
He's turning that ball over.
What?
At least one. So I guess a 0.
I mean, I'm not going to say that he's going to throw a pick 6, but something's going to look ugly out there.
Okay.
At one
Enough
point.
of that. Y'all have disrespected this dude to no degree.
First quarter jitters. Come on. Second year NFL. Come on now. Going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. How many times they've been there the last 7 years? Come on.
I'm going to tell y'all the reason why y'all are wrong at the end of the show. I'm going to do that.
Hey, nobody disrespected him like Cam Newton did. Let's talk about that.
Cam Newton.
I got nothing wrong with him being called a game manager. I don't even know.
I don't have a single problem with it.
That's
and
right.
Cam Newton needs to shut his mouth. For real.
Let's say it again.
I'm not doing that on this show. Let's go. All right. Confidence meter in the pass catchers.
You'll do it in a minute.
The pass catchers for the Kansas City Chiefs on not dropping a ton of passes at the rate that they did during the regular season. Greg, how confident are you that they will not have the dropsies?
I'll give it about a 5. I think they're going to be ready.
Okay, let me put this out there. This is going to be the rule going forward. You cannot choose 5.
All right,
because you're right in the middle.
Fair enough. I think they're going to be ready, and I'm going to say a 7 or 8. I think they're the receivers for the Chiefs are going to put on a show.
Okay, Bryan.
Take the heat off Travis Kelce.
He's a pass catcher too now. Hold up. He's a pass catcher too.
Right. You didn't say.
And he had the drops in the regular season also. Bryan, go.
This might shock you, but I am going to take probably a 7. All right. I do think, regardless of what happened in the regular season, what they've shown in the postseason, if they continue that, then it's got to be up there. as far as the confidence level. So I'm going to say 7.
Cape Cod Girly.
6.
Sapphire.
4.9. No, just joking. I'll go 6. I'll go 6.
That's how you get kicked
That's
off the
good.
show
That's
real
good.
fast. Truth.
I'm gonna give them a 7. I think they're coming in ready. They're coming in hot.
Teshia, they coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
I think so. I think probably like an 8.5. There's going to be some mistakes, but I think, like I said, I think we're ready.
Imagine
That
that.
season to get ready for it.
Imagine that. Imagine that. All right, one last one for the confidence meter, and this goes to the heart of the Kansas City Chiefs defense, that middle. I forgot the dude's name, but he tore his ACL against the Ravens in the AFC Championship game.
Is that
Obviously-
Omenahu?
Yeah, him.
Oh, Menahu. Yeah.
I can't even say his name, so him, the player. The Chiefs defense in the middle is going to be a little soft, in my opinion. Greg, how confidence on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most confident that you have in their ability to stop the running game for the 49ers?
About 3. I don't know that they're ready. I don't know if they're. That's gonna be the kink in the armor, so to speak, for the Chiefs. I still think the Chiefs win, but we'll get to that in a minute.
You wasn't supposed to say that part of it, man.
Well, I mean, I think we all know that, but anyway.
No, we don't all know that. We don't even want that to happen. I hate them.
Huh?
How many is that? 6?
Yeah. We're gonna get there.
Brian, how confident are you that the Chiefs will be able to stop the 49ers running game?
I'm going to say about a 3.5.
What is it with these decimal points?
I don't know. I don't like a 3 and I don't like a 4, so I want to go. I got to go in the middle.
Well, you could have said 3.1.
No, well, I could have said a 3.7. What's the difference in 3.5 and 3.7?
3.1 is closer to 3 than it is to 4. True.
I have confidence that they're gonna be able to. I wouldn't say shut down the run game like they did with Miami, but I don't think Christian McCaffrey is gonna have like 150 yards. So I think they're gonna figure it out. So I give him a 7 as well.
Okay.
On the confidence meter.
Teshia, your defense. They're without that dude in the middle. I can't say his name. Or I can say his name. I just can't pronounce it. How confident are you in your run defense of being able to stop the 49ers?
I think Truth was right on, and I think it's about a 7. Oh my gosh, your dog! I just noticed it. I'm so sorry. He's very cute. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think about it. It's going to take us, I think, a little bit of time to adjust, but that's what we do. So I think we adjust just fine, make the stops we need to stop, and yeah, I don't have to say it. Win.
Cape Cod.
But overall, yeah. So 7. 7 works for me.
4.
4. Well, I will tell you guys this, that if for some reason that they are not able to stop the 49ers running game, you're going to hear Teshia all the way from Arkansas doing this. Teshia's tantrum.
Sounds just like me.
All right, moving right along. It's time to play a game of Jeopardy. Super Bowl Jeopardy. I will give a question, or you know how it goes. You must answer it in the form of a question. The one with the most correct answers gets the Nobel Peace Prize. Well, okay, maybe not that. And of course, it involves players that are on these current rosters. So I hope y'all are ready. And I didn't make the questions too hard. Even I can answer them. But then again, I did make them. Yes, I don't have no choice but to be able to answer them, right? Okay. Number 1. And you have, since this is like a contest, you have to raise your hand with the quicks, but I have to be able to finish the answer. Fair enough? Shake your head like this if you agree. And then say yes for all the people that will be listening.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, we got you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for your feedback. Okay. This San Francisco 49ers player, his wife just secured a licensing deal with the NFL. Leslie?
Who is Juice?
Let me check with the judges on that. Hold on one second. I got it.
Who is that Juice?
Wait a minute. Let me. I gotta check with the judges. Give me just a second.
Number 44. Who was number 44?
Use check.
Go crazy.
The judges said that is correct. Okay, next. So Leslie has a point. Mark it down. This Chiefs player, although in the doghouse at first, has emerged as the best player in his position's room. Truth.
Who is Travis Kelce? No.
Greg.
Who are you talking about?
Who is Pachenko?
Nope.
Mm.
Anybody else?
I don't know how to raise my hand. Sorry.
There you go. Your physical hand.
It's the remedial
there you go.
participant of tonight's program.
There you
I don't
go.
know. Are we talking about Kadarius?
Kadarius Toney sucks, and he's not even active for the game. So that answer
You
is
said the
incorrect.
worst player. Okay.
That answer is also incorrect. Truth?
Who is Valdez Scantley?
No.
No.
Man, who is
Y'all are
this?
missing the point. Let me give y'all the point. He has emerged.
Wait. Brian is flagging you. Go ahead, Brian.
Go ahead,
Educate
Brian.
us.
Who is Rashid Rice?
Ding!
Yes! Brian, bringing
Rasheed
it home
Rice is
again, man.
Rasheed Rice is the correct answer because he was definitely in the doghouse. And I said at the end, the best player in this position's room. Kadarius Toney is not that.
That's
Marquez
cool.
Valdez-Scantling is not that. All right. Good job, guys. Moving right along. Number 3. This Chiefs player is widely considered to be the best cornerbacks in the league. And if Teshia don't raise her hand on none of these, nobody knows.
Please
I'll
repeat
give
the
you a hint.
question.
This Chiefs player is widely known as one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. He's held down the likes of Devontae Adams, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. He's held all those guys down. Stephon Diggs in the playoffs. Playoffs? Nobody's going to raise their hand?
It can't be.
Go Truth.
Is it Snead?
It is Snead. Ding!
Wow.
Does he get the big money in the offseason, though? That's a question.
Yeah. Well, so what are we looking at in terms of point scoring? Brian has 1. Cape Cod has 1. Truth has 1, right? What you raise? You got
The
one?
truth.
The truth, baby.
I got one.
Okay. All right, next. This Chiefs, no, wait a minute. This Niners player outside of his play on the field is known for his antics off of it.
Oh, God.
Brian.
Who is George Kittle?
Ding!
Dang, that was an easy one.
Is
That was
two
an
for
easy
you,
one.
Brian? That's 2 for Brian. All right. All right. This Chiefs player earned $1 million bonus in the last game of the season.
$1 million bonus.
Teshia's raising her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Who is it?
He's ignoring her.
Who is it?
Who is Chris Jones?
Ding!
Oh, there we go.
No, I'm on the board. All right, feels pretty good.
This Niners player was on a different team, or I'm sorry, this Niners player was on a different Super Bowl team just 1 year ago.
Oh.
Who you got, Sapphire?
I want to say Omenahu.
No.
Ah! Wait, you said he was a Niner right now?
He's a Niner. He's a Niner this year, but
he
he
was
on
a
the
Chiefs
Super Bowl team last year.
Oh, either Eagle. Wait. Shoot. I'm stumped.
Is it defensive back?
Yeah, give us the position.
D-line.
D-line.
What you got, Brian?
Who is Eric Armstead?
No. I'll give you another hint. He signed with the 49ers this past offseason for, I want to say it was over $40 million in guaranteed dollars. Y'all are making this way too hard. What you got, Brian?
Who is Devon Hargrave?
Ding! All right. This Chiefs player had his spot taken by a freshman, or otherwise known as a first-year player.
Like still on the team?
Who is Kadarius Toney?
What'd say, Brian?
Who is Kadarius Toney?
Ding!
That's right.
Okay.
That's a good guess, but I mean, it sounded right.
Last one. Unless wait a minute, I think Truth has already clinched this thing, right? How many you got, Truth? 3?
I got 1.
Brian's got 3.
Brian's got 3, yeah.
And nobody else has
Brian's
1?
dominating.
No, everybody else has 1.
Everybody else has 1.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the bonus then. This is what they call
worth 5 points.
Yeah, it's worth 5 points. No, wait a minute. Yeah, 4 points. Daily double. This Niners player has the same first name as one of the great prophets in the Old Testament in the Bible.
Oh my God.
You said Niners?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know, Niners.
Old Testament? Hold on, I should know this. My Jesus thumping self.
Who can Google this quicker?
I know, right? I'm like, wait a minute. I'm trying to think of all the prophets right now. You said he's a Niner, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I'm drawing a complete blank.
If nobody gets it after the next 15 seconds, then nobody gets it. So
wait. 15 seconds? My fingers don't move that fast.
No, you cannot work it out. You can't Google it. You cannot Google it.
Nothing to see here.
All right, y'all killing me. I'll give you a hint.
School me.
I'll give y'all a hint.
Is he a starter?
No, he's not a starter.
Sam Darnold.
No. I mean, yeah, but no.
Yeah, but no.
Elijah Mitchell.
That's it. Oh my God. Greg has come back and upset Brian.
Wow.
Even though he did not form it in the phrase of a question.
Hey, it's Nolan Boyd. Nolan Boyd.
I think
I'm just glad I got the right answer. That's all I got. I'll let Brian win. I can care less. That's glad I got an answer.
Hey, I'll share it with you.
Yeah, Elijah.
That's fair enough.
Elijah, one of the great prophets of the Old Testament. If you guys remember, or if you didn't know, now you know. We're gonna get to some Bible study here real quick. Elijah is the man of God that was sent, and he went to the went to the widow and the widow's son, and she only had enough.
Oh, he
bread.
raised them for the dead. Yeah, let's go. I love this story.
Yeah, she only had enough flour to make a cake for him and her and her son. And the man of God said to give me the cake. And she gave him the cake, and then she had a whole bunch more flour for the rest of her days for her and her son, and they did not die as they initially thought. And yes, the little boy did die, and he went upstairs to the upper room, and he called the boy's spirit, and after the third time, he was raised from the dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody say amen.
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 Amen, brother. Preach it.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
All right. Name a player from each squad not named on the list below, or the list that I'm going to say, that we will be talking about for years. No Patrick Mahomes, no Brock Purdy, no Travis Kelce, no Christian McCaffrey, no Deebo Samuels, no Chris Jones. Name a player from each team, not name one of those guys, Greg, that we will be talking about for years.
Wow.
I mean, was Kittle on that list?
He was not. That's exactly.
Wait. Oh, okay. He wasn't on that list. Okay,
Then
I'm gonna go.
I won't take Kittle. I won't take Kittle. I got another one. Go ahead.
All right, I got one on the 49ers.
I'm gonna go with Nick Bosa.
I was about to say that. Come on, I had my hand up.
I agree.
I beat you to it.
I had my hand up.
Okay, guys, this is not Jeopardy. This is not a contest. Whatever answer you give will be right.
Okay.
Unless it's wrong in 10 years or so. But
I'm feeling Charlie Werner, right? Because he's been sitting behind George Kittle, right? Georgia guy. I'm feeling him for this.
Oh yeah, the tight end. Okay, so let's go around the room. Greg, who you got?
I got Bosa. Nick Bosa.
Brian?
Do we get to name one from each team, you said?
Yeah, you can if you want to. Yeah.
All right. So Kansas City, it's going to be Rashid Rice. And for San Francisco, I'm going to go just because his name is awesome and he's played well. I'm going to go with Diamador Lenore. Remember that name.
Sounds like a perfume.
He will pick off Patrick Mahomes. He will pick off Patrick Mahomes.
He wasn't on your list. I'm going to say Kittle.
Say the name again, Brian.
Diamador Lenore.
He's a corner.
Remember, he's a corner.
Yeah.
He's a corner.
Cape Cod.
Kittle wasn't on your list. So.
Yeah, you're right. Sapphire.
Yeah, I'm going to go Charlie Werner on San Fran, but I'm going to stick with Omenihu in KC. Even though he's not playing.
Towards ACL.
I know, but you said for years to come.
Oh, yeah. See, you think you slick. It's cool though. It's cool.
Hey.
Truth, what you got?
I got Jisic. Is that how you say his last name? Jisic? Kyle Jisic?
Yusef.
Yusef. I can't. My pronunciation is so bad. Yusef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of it as
just because his wife is got that contract with the NFL now, so we're going to be hearing from either one of them for a while. We're going to be hearing that last name for a while.
Best fullback in the NFL.
He is a really good fullback, and he can do a lot of different things for the 49ers and is a weapon on that offense that Kansas City may not have somebody that can account for it. Ruth, this is what I want you to do. When you think of Yusef, think of Kakias.
What? Yusef and Kakias?
Yeah, think of
Holy
Kakias.
Matrimony? Let's go.
No, that's not what I mean.
Okay.
You just said
she's about to make her own money. She might just kidding.
Oh my gosh, what did we start? This is not the dating game. Okay. Fill in the blank. For Kansas City to win, Brian, they must blank, blank, and blank.
So for Kansas City to win, they must stop Christian McCaffrey. They need to make Brock Purdy beat them. And they need to get Travis Kelce the ball early and often.
Cape Cod.
What he just said, that's the only way they're winning. So
I like the way y'all. Let me see. Can I do that too? Let's see. Am I doing it right?
Wrong way.
Well, on my screen is this way.
No, not on mine. You're pointing at.
Yep. What about this?
There you go.
Yep. There you go.
That's better. Okay, this has turned into a game of Hollywood Squares. Teshia.
Oh, I thought you'd never ask.
For Kansas City to win, they must blank, blank, and blank.
Get off the bus.
Holy shit.
Wow. Confidence level 10.
10.
You know what? The last time you had this kind of confidence in your Kansas City Chiefs, they wound up losing 19-9
It's true.
to a team that doesn't even have a quarterback right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we
I'm
learned
just
our
saying.
lesson on that one, didn't we? Didn't
Yeah,
we?
okay. Let me go put the
Talking
Chiefs
about the
hat on.
Raiders?
Let me go put the Chiefs hat on so I can go ahead and jinx them. I hate them. Sapphire.
7.
Sapphire, for the 49ers to win, they must blank, blank, and blank.
I would say stop Debo and McCaffrey, right? And you know, Brock, if he doesn't get set up emotionally, like between his head early in the game, then the 49ers are going to be toast. But so that's what I think. Those three variables.
Okay.
See, I'm old school. I'm old enough to be all your parents, maybe even grandparents. The truth. Teshia, is it? Yeah, Teshia.
I'm in my
30s.
thing,
yeah, like I said, old enough to be a grandparent. So what I'm saying is, there's special coaches, especially with a young player like Brock, who still has the taste of the way the end of the season ended for him last year. This is why the 49ers, the biggest reason why the 49ers are going to beat KC, because they've had to sit.
Supposed to say that yet.
Sit. So, it really is all about if Shanahan can really help Brock understand this is his moment and he is so prepared for it.
Okay. I love the thesis version as though you were getting a master's degree on the show.
I actually have one of those too, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, so do I. It's useless. Anyway, truth. For the 49ers to win, they must blank, blank, and blank.
For the 49ers to beat the Chiefs, they have to somehow contain Patrick Mahomes. Don't let him scramble. They need to get the run game established early, and they need to have a lead going into the half for them to have a chance to beat Kansas City. If they go in that locker room down 2 touchdowns, I don't know. I don't know if he can make it happen back to back. I mean, Detroit's one thing. You're going against an unexperienced team, unexperienced coach, but Andy Reid down by 2 touchdowns at the half. I don't know about that.
Okay. Yep. Greg?
For the 49ers to win, McCaffrey's going to have a big game. They're going to have to take Travis Kelce out of the equation. He cannot be involved. And Brock Purdy's going to have to play better than I think he's going to play. That's the only shot they got.
You know what?
If they let Kelce get loose, it's over.
For Bryan, the way that he disrespects Brock Purdy, he just texted me and said he wanted you to know this.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid. Write something about me.
Oh my God, that was classic.
That guy.
Good old Mike Gundy. All right, let's flip the script on this. For San Francisco to win, they must blank, blank, and blank. Bryan.
It's kind of the opposite of the other one, but I think they need to confuse Patrick Mahomes. San Francisco's defense, Spagnuolo's got to get inside of Mahomes' head and confuse him, make him make mistakes. Christian McCaffrey has to get rolling. They got to run the ball. Well, not even run the ball. He has to get going, period. Because in the receiving game and the running game, as Leslie would say, run the dang ball. That's what San Francisco.
Oh, I knew I was going to say.
And then last but not least, they got to stop Travis Kelce. They got to figure out a way to cover the guy. Just cover him. It's that simple, right?
Yeah. Go ahead, Leslie. I think I missed you on the first one too, didn't I? So go ahead and do both of them.
I'm really just going to do the same thing, but they got to run the dang ball. You got to stop Kelce and Mahomes. You got to get in their heads, both of them. I think if you can get in their head early, they got it, but it's really not that hard. to confuse both of those.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Did I get
That's
everybody,
classic,
man?
dude.
Run the dang ball, Bert.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So, all right. So for Kansas City to win, they must blank, blank, and blank. Ruth. The truth.
For Kansas City to win, Travis Kelce has to have 100 yards catching and 2 touchdowns. And yeah, they can't have more than like 2 drop passes. And Patrick Mahomes has at least a 95 completion rating for them to win that game.
95%.
95%.
Good Lord.
He's got to be on fire.
Well, let's hope he
As
only has 94.
As Gronk recently said.
Okay, that was very bold. Greg, for
KC to win, I'm gonna make this pretty simple. They just have to catch the damn ball. If they catch the football, they'll win the game. If they start dropping it, they're gonna be in trouble. Because if they're catching that, means Travis Kelce's getting off and having a big game. I just, man, as much as I'm not going to say it, Willie, because I want you to break the record. As much as I dislike the Chiefs, I think they're the better team. I think they're going to be tough to beat. Too many
you
weapons.
think the Chiefs
Patrick
are the
Mahomes
better
has been
team?
there.
I hate them. And
I think they are. They got experience. They got their coaching staff's better. They've got the experience. They've got the superstar talent, and they got Taylor Swift. Let's go and get that on record.
But she has to make the flight, which is 13 hours.
From
If anybody
Tokyo.
has-
She flies private. She don't fly commercial, Leslie. Come on now.
Well,
It's still 13 hours. Doesn't matter.
yeah, she'll probably hit a line or two, and then that'll be good enough for her.
Oh,
she'll get her energy up.
that's a big bold there. Throw that out there, Willie. That's
I don't give a damn. I hate
dangerous.
8.
Oh, they.
I can't help it. I cannot help it. I'm gonna break this record. I am going to break this record. Okay, who did I leave off? Teshia. And for Kansas City to win, they have to do blank, blank, and blank.
I already answered that, I thought, or did I answer it wrong?
Okay, for San Francisco, I'm not gonna even ask her about.
Did I say it wrong?
I'm not gonna even do it. She has been nauseating and just infuriating and just disgusting for the last 3 weeks. Okay,
It's longer than that.
yeah. How old are you again? It's been that long. Well, I've known you for 2 years, so it's been that long.
It's been that long. Yeah, at least.
All right, it's that time of the show, guys. Prediction, score, MVP. Monroe Madman, make us mad.
Prediction, score, and MVP. Chiefs are going to win 34-21. And MVP is going to be none other than Mr. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce.
Has a tight end ever won the Super Bowl MVP?
That's how big of a game he's going to have.
I like it. I second exactly what that kind sir just said. Love that. Boom.
If you want to read the tea leaves, Willie, get into conspiracy theory, go down that rabbit hole. Man, they're already playing it up for Travis Kelce to win.
It's all
How many
rigged
times they shown Taylor
anyways.
Swift?
It's all rigged.
Exactly. It's all
It's in the
rigged. It's what they
script.
say. How you rig a football
happens
game?
to be
I don't
in our
know. But
favor.
anyway, that's what I think, Willie. I think if Kelce going to have a big game, it's too easy to say Patrick Mahomes. That's too easy.
Yeah. Because it makes the most sense.
Next.
It makes the most sense.
I mean, are we going to argue that they're not the better team? Come on.
I mean, I would argue.
I've known Willie a long time, but I don't know that I've ever seen Willie speechless where he can't say anything.
Because he knows what he wants. He knows he has something he wants to say. But
I got plenty to say, but I'm just not gonna say it. Ruth, go ahead. Prediction.
My Super Bowl predictions. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to come down to a very similar score that we saw in the NFC Championship game. I think it could be a 34-31 loss for San Francisco. And I think the MVP is going to be Patrick Mahomes because he's going to do some kind of wild something in the end of the fourth quarter for them to win the game. Yeah, it's gonna be Pat.
Willie, what you should ask in the over and under is how many, if it's going to be Brittany Mahomes or Taylor Swift, who gets shown the most?
They're gonna be standing right next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's a good point. That's a good point. They'll both get airtime.
Disgusting.
I just hope Jason Kelsey's there again. That's all.
Only if he takes his shirt off.
Brian,
The new
please
require.
Brian, save us, please. Score.
All right.
Prediction
Are you
score.
ready? Are you ready for this, Willie?
I am.
First off, I'm going to say San Francisco wins the game. I'm going to explain why. But before I say that, if Kansas City somehow pulls this off and wins, then I will wear a shirt that says "I have a Purdy mouth." Okay, I have a Purdy mouth.
You heard it here
ladies and
first.
gentlemen.
You heard it here. If he wins, okay, if they win, because I don't think they will. Yes, Kansas City has the better coach. I get that. They might. I mean, they definitely have the better quarterback. I don't think that they have the better complete team. I think the more complete team is San Francisco. I think San Francisco's weapons are just slightly stronger as a whole. Defensively, I think they're very close, but I tend to think that San Francisco's secondary better, and I think that they can somewhat contain Patrick Mahomes. This game will be close. It's going to be low scoring at first. I do not think it's going to be high scoring in the beginning. It'll pick up in the third or fourth quarter. I think the score will be 28-27 San Francisco.
You absolutely, undoubtedly, unquestionably, 100% completely suck.
Also, Willie, if San Francisco wins, then Brock Purdy is now in my good graces, and I won't hate him anymore. You heard it here first. You've heard it here first.
Oh, he's in your good graces.
Can we get an explanation on why we hate Brock Purdy over here?
He's a fan.
Very few people around the nation saw him at Iowa State. I seen him at Iowa State, and I hate him. I've always hated him. I hated him from the get-go.
Brian, hate is such a strong word.
From the time he was a freshman to the time he left as a senior, I hated him every year.
He did go toe-to-toe with Jalen Hurts that one game, though.
He went toe-to-toe with Baker, Kyler, and Jalen. All of them. And he only got one of them. So
I can relate to that hate when it comes to Cam Newton. I feel your pain.
Mm-hmm.
Sapphire.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the score. I'm taking the Niners 31-27. And I think the MVP is going to be Christian McCaffrey. These men have the taste of defeat still in the saliva of their mouths from that Philly game season before last.
That sounds
McCaffrey came out of it. It's bitter. It's bitter. Trust me, I know I'm a Browns fan. Okay. Can I just get one before the good Lord calls me home? Different topic. Different topic. But I just really feel for many of the points that Brian made, they're just a more balanced team. And this is special for them. This is really special, and it's different for them. We haven't even talked about Big Bosa. We haven't even talked about Kittle and what they're going to bring. I think San Francisco has enough of the added pieces and energy from Christian to really beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
I just feel like I heard a very similar narrative when it came to the Baltimore Ravens, and they couldn't get it done. So,
But the confidence level in Lamar Jackson performing under the pressure is not the same as Christian McCaffrey. I think Christian McCaffrey alone, being on the Panthers all those years, trust me, he's hungry. He wants it. If there's anybody that wants it more, it's Christian McCaffrey in this game.
And there's just no stopping that guy, honestly. He will run through anybody.
Cape Cod Grilly. Who wins?
Oh, go ahead.
Who wins? What's the score? And who's the most valuable player?
Niners 31-28. It's Christian McCaffrey. It's Christian McCaffrey.
I'm trying to think the last time a running back won the MVP of a Super Bowl.
I bet it was before a tight end did.
A tight end. A tight end has never won.
Shots
an MVP.
fired.
I think
tight
it
end-
was like mid 90s or something. I couldn't tell you.
Did Emmitt Smith ever win a Super Bowl MVP?
Probably not. It's probably Troy Aikman every time.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Anyway, Teshia,
Quarterback award.
how many points are
You're
you
on it.
How many points are you saying the 49ers are going to lose to the Chiefs? And we already know that you're going to say that Patrick Mahomes is going to be the MVP. So let's hear it.
Yeah, obviously, probably. So after like careful calculation, it's Chiefs by 1 million. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be a close game. I really, really think it is. I think it's a 1-score game. Honestly, I think it's gonna come down to that fourth quarter, make you sweat and freak out and cry on the friggin' living room floor kind of Chiefs football. But I think we're gonna pull it through. I really do. But I do think it's gonna be a good game. So I don't know what I'm not gonna predict it, but it'll be within a score. I think very high energy, high stress, break your TV kind of game, and then get mad because you're like, damn it, we won.
Look at that.
Oh, Leslie, bring it home.
Wait a minute, do that again?
Yeah, show that shirt.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for mine.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens with handmade things. Take a hot second. I have one for Teshia. She's going to get a nice one for her.
It's going to have Patrick Mahomes' face.
87 and maybe a thing that was said at a concert.
Let it have a Patrick Mahomes face with tears coming down it.
Meow.
That'll be cool with me.
Karma is the guy on the Chiefs.
Okay.
That is.
Here, did I get everybody? Yes? No? Maybe? Who's missing? Me?
I think so.
Yeah, you.
Just you.
Oh, we gotta go for 9.
San Francisco is the team that I openly hate and secretly root for. Kansas City is a team that I hate and I loathe and they disgust me. I think Christian McCaffrey is the piece that is missing from last time these two teams met. I think Brock Purdy is going to settle his critics, namely one that is the star of this show. I think the San Francisco 49ers are going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The score will be 24-20. And your MVP will be Christian McCaffrey. He's gonna have 150.
So y'all, let me just ask this question. Everybody's saying it's gonna be a close game, right? Nobody's predicting a blowout.
Right.
So to me, maybe I'm just relying too much on college football, but in a close game situation like that, you got to go back to your coaching staff. And you can't tell me the 49ers have a better coaching staff than the Chiefs do.
Mm.
Shanahan can't carry Andy Reid's jockstrap. We know that. I mean, let's be honest.
Nobody can carry Andy Reid's jockstrap.
And now that Tom Brady is gone, who's the best quarterback in the league, arguably?
Greg.
Patrick Mahomes is in the conversation.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
This is why the coaching isn't going to matter, because they're going to be up. They're going to be up big. Kansas City's going to make a comeback, but they're going to come short. They're going to come up short. So it isn't going to be a Shanahan has to be a mastermind to come back to win this game.
And how often has that happened?
It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It's going to happen this weekend.
I tell you guys what, if you want to get if the Chiefs do win this thing, I'm gonna point y'all to who you should be mad at. Should that happen? It will be the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
That's who you should be mad at. Because what they did to the Chiefs on
I can't
Christmas
wait to
Day,
hear this.
What they did to the Chiefs on Christmas Day. They took their lunch money. They took their milk out of their lunchbox and poured it over their head. They basically bully balled the Kansas City Chiefs. But the 49ers can do that too. With Fred Warner and Dre Green, I'm just like, okay. How many of did we reach the 10.5?
You're right there at it.
What we got to?
Yeah,
9?
You need 2 more.
9. You need 2 more.
Let me leave y'all with this. I hate them. Final thoughts. I got to 10. And I'm not going over.
Oh, come
Final
on,
thoughts.
Willie.
Final thoughts. Final
What do you
thoughts.
think about the Chiefs, Willie? Willie,
One-
tell me
one more
tell me
for
your
the
thoughts on
road.
Chiefs.
One more for the road.
Come on, one more for
Tell
the
me what your
road.
thoughts are.
There's secretly a
You ain't
Tell me
getting
how
out of
you
here
really
without saying
feel.
it one more time.
Come on, you got it.
Oh my gosh, there seems to be some internet problems. The show's over. No.
Taylor Swift. That should do it. Taylor Swift.
All right, final thoughts. Greg, go.
Final thoughts. Well, I'm gonna leave you with this. To quote the immortal Ric Flair, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And I'm not crowning Brock Purdy yet until he does it. So I'm sticking with my prediction of the Chiefs. And if you guys are so interested in 80s music, I just released a podcast last Friday of some 80s rock, not necessarily hard, heavy rock, more of some Journey and that kind of stuff. Go check it out. If you like that kind of music, I think you'll find it entertaining. Yeah, some of that's on there, but just stuff you can. Well, looking like there's only a handful of us that would even know who that kind of music was from the '80s. The rest of you are so young.
Hey, I
it's
love
not even funny.
80s music. I'm a
Love me
classic
some
rock
Journey.
girl.
Love me some Journey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I don't like that.
Willie, I may
hot
holler at you because
garbage
I'm thinking
you're
about doing
putting out
little '80s funk. Some Time and that kind of stuff. You remember that?
Yeah, let's get it. Let me in on that, man. That sounds like a
All
a
right, bro.
lot of fun.
Well, go check it out. That's on wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for me and you'll find it. So
The Monroe
check
Madman,
that out.
and it's dope. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Brian, final thoughts.
I hate Brock Purdy, but he's gonna prove me wrong. He just has to.
Mm-hmm.
My final thoughts are really for real is that I have a family member that's a huge 49ers fan, and he's been shoving Brock Purdy down my face all year, and I've been telling him that he can't get it done.
I think Willie's dog has a better chance of winning than
I
Brock
think it's
Purdy
time. I think
does.
it's time that Brock Purdy gets it done. So it's time that he earns his stripes, and it's time that he shuts me up. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, there's nothing better in the world than Brian being told to shut up. Truth. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts for the Super Bowl weekend. The Chiefs are going to win, and Andy Reid's going to ride off into the sunset into retirement. And yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. And I appreciate all the antics of the NFL season. Yeah, you heard it here first. All the antics of the NFL season, and I'm pretty excited for the Usher halftime show. And yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, of course, your family. So you're always welcome. Okay. Sapphire, are you still there? Or are we just gonna be talking to your living room?
She about to play the piano.
Okay. Cape Cod girly, final thoughts.
I think as long as Brady doesn't get in his head and they can get in Mahomes and Kelsey's head just a little bit, I think we walk off with that victory that most of us want.
You're not getting in Mahomes' head. You can forget that, sister.
So
that ain't
I'm
gonna
hearing about it because I live here and it's terrible.
Right.
And I hope they show Taylor Swift just as much as humanly possible, just to shut everybody else up about it.
Okay, Teshia.
Show Jason everybody didn't have a problem. Can't be upset. Just
Hey, we see eye to eye on that. We might not see eye to eye on everything. We see eye to eye on that. Yep, I said it once. I'll say it again. Chiefs by a million. Holy heck, though, you threw me a curveball when you said Andy Reid would retire. Please don't stress me out like that. I almost had a heart attack. I had to take it back, breathe a little bit. Oh my gosh. Not that he doesn't deserve it. He does, just not yet. Not yet.
That's exactly how I felt about Billy. Okay.
Yeah, we tried to tell you. George checking in from Cleveland. Your number one Browns fan watching via in Cleveland. Also, it doesn't matter where you're drafted. If you can ball, you can ball. I think that's directed towards the dude up in the the upper right hand corner. Again, in the coaching carousel, Eric Bieniemy is denied a head coaching job. Eric Bieniemy doesn't have a job, period, right now, because the Commanders hired some other dude. Oh, Steve Sarkisian for their offensive coordinator, which means to me they're going to
Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah,
Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury.
What did I say?
Steve Sarkisian.
He's in Texas. Okay. Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury. So that means that to me that they're going to go after Caleb Williams from USC. Herman Raj. Evening, everyone. Love you all. Yes, even Willie and Brian. Stop trying to say you aren't included. You know what, man? You're denied. Okay. Well, that's it. We're going to be doing another one of these on tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat station. We're going to have another loaded guest of brilliant minds in the sports and entertainment industry. So make sure y'all come back for that. But we're going to get out of here for this show. So let's just do that right now. For Greg, for Brian, for my sissy Ruth, for Sapphire in her living room, for Kate Cow Girly.
Bye, guys.
And for Teshia. This is Willie. Y'all take care of each other. Y'all hug each other. Y'all love each other. We'll holler at y'all again real soon. Peace. We out. And Zeus, of course. How can I forget Zeus? For Zeus.
One more time, Willie, before you go.
That is
here.
I hate them. We out.